Amen. We made it.
I'm going to talk to y'all for a few minutes about love tonight. Love is certainly easier said than done. In today's world, especially, love is a word that tends to get thrown around a lot. I tell my family I love them all the time. I love each and every one of you. I tell my fiance at least once a day that I love her. But if I don't follow that up with action and demonstrate that word love, those words are essentially meaningless. If I don't show love in my words and my actions, then saying I love you to anybody, especially God, is meaningless. We say we love God in our prayers, in the songs that we sing, but if we don't demonstrate that in the way that we live and the way that we worship, those words are meaningless. I have a short story to share with y'all about love. Rick Ricard actually shared this story with me. It's one that he heard through his work in the prison ministry. Let me just go backwards here. Here we go. This is a story he heard from an inmate about another inmate. This particular inmate had stopped a couple in their car on a back road. He told them that he was going to rob them. And then he went on to tell them that he was going to kill them so that nobody would find out and that he wouldn't be identified. The husband pleaded to this man, please, I beg of you, kill me, but spare my wife. Take everything, take the car, take all our money. You can even kill me, just please don't hurt my wife. And I will have her promise that she won't say a word, she won't identify you. And the man agreed. The criminal agreed. He shot and killed the husband, took everything they had, took their car, but he spared the wife. And ultimately, she held up her end of the deal, never said a word. Many years later, this man was arrested for another crime completely unrelated. On his trial, his conscience got the better of him, and he confessed to killing that man. He said it has haunted him ever since, that a man loved his wife so much that he was willing to die so that she could live. This man was faced with a tough choice. I'm sure this man told his wife every day that he loved her. But when it came down to that situation, a very tough situation obviously, he chose to demonstrate his love, no matter the consequence. And ultimately, he had to face the consequence of being killed. That's love. Jesus showed this same kind of love for us. John 15:13 reads, "Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends." And going back to John 3:16 that we read earlier, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life." Jesus showed the ultimate love for us. Through his time on earth, he told us that he loved us, and he showed it in many different ways. And ultimately, he made that sacrifice. God gave his only Son. I can't think of a greater expression of love and a greater demonstration of love than to sacrifice your own Son just so that we could live. We should be thankful for that every day. And we should also make sure that when we say I love you to somebody, especially God, that before we say that, we know that we mean it. And we know that we're going to live that way and demonstrate that in our actions. If you're here tonight and you have the desire to obey the gospel, or if you need prayers for your walk with God, please don't hesitate to come forward as we stand and sing our invitation song.
All things
Come, for the table now is spread. Ye famishing, ye weary, come, and thou shalt be richly fed.